Hi, I'm Chrissy from SolarAy Energy, and today I am here with Wilf Johnston, the General Manager for Australia, Pacific, and New Zealand from Enphase Energy. So he's here to talk with me about all things safer solar. How are you today, Wilf?
I'm doing very well. Thanks for having me.
Excellent. So SolarAy, I guess, realised early on that Enphase was going to be an important player in the Australian solar industry. And now here we are, 8 years later, having achieved a significant milestone in our partnership with Enphase. Would you like to announce what that milestone was and what it says about SolarAy?
I would love to announce that milestone. I'm proud to announce that SolarAy are the first company in the region to achieve a milestone of 75,000 microinverters sold and installed at Australian homes. So for me, that really speaks volumes about the long-term commitment and experience of SolarAy in selling safe solar technologies. Um, Obviously, you learn a lot over doing 75,000 micros. You would have seen every single issue, every single problem, every single benefit, every single happy customer that you've dealt with means that there can't be too many things you haven't come across and problems you can't solve.
Absolutely. I think for me, like before I started working for SolarAy, I was a SolarAy customer. I have an LG and Enphase solution on my roof back at home. So 18 of those 75,000 micros are installed happily on my roof. But I know when I was shopping around for solar, I saw that, SolarAy was winning the awards for, Installer of the Year with Enphase or Installer of the Year with LG. But I don't think I really had a sense of just at what scale they really are in the market in terms of premium products. So to have a number quantified and put around the volume of microinverters
Yeah.
that they install when your next nearest few companies are sitting around the 25,000 mark, that I think really gave me a sense of the scale of
Hmm.
just what a strong position SolarAy has in terms of helping their customers make smart, safe solar choices. So it was just really fun being able to put a number around that. So I guess Enphase has always been the cutting edge of technology, and one example of this is the panel level insights that our customers love being able to get from the Enphase monitoring app. Why do you think monitoring is so important to the Australian consumer?
Look, there's a few reasons. I think really when you're a solar pioneer, the early adopters were really keen to understand every little thing about their systems, and for them it was a really essential part of the system. Um, I think moving forward to today, customers really like to understand how their system is performing, whether there are any issues that need to be fixed and corrected on a per panel basis. So is one panel, not performing the way it should do, and how quickly can that be swapped out and replaced? With a normal string system, you wouldn't know. You got no idea. You just know the system output overall has been down, but you don't know why. Um, I think you also with the monitoring tool can look at the two components really of energy in your home. So one is the generation, the other part is consumption. So understanding when you are actually consuming energy in the home, then matching it to when you're generating it from your solar, enables you to make some really clever decisions around when you actually want to use energy consuming devices in your house. So when are you going to put on your dishwasher? When are you going to put the roast in the oven? When are you going to charge your electric vehicle? All of those things are decisions that you can make with a lot more certainty when you understand the profile of your solar energy being output from the system.
I can 100% verify that that is so true. I'm a data nerd. I love the Enlighten app and the fact that it is fully transparent. I know exactly what my solar is doing on any given day, and I was able, like you said, to monitor, to modify my behaviors to help bring my usage profile down. So not only do I have solar, I now have better behaviors that uses my solar to maximum benefit. That has brought my power bills down even further and has really reduced the amount I'm pulling in from the grid. But yeah, I really love being able to see, especially on a day where my husband leaves the aircon on all day, see the difference that it makes. And I can show him, like, just how much power we're using when we are using those appliances at different times. So
Mm.
yeah, from a behavior perspective, I could definitely vouch for that as a customer. But I guess beyond monitoring, safety is also something that more and more people are talking about, with Enphase front and center as part of that conversation. What about Enphase makes it so safe compared to a standard string inverter system?
Look, there's a few different technologies that can make a system safer. Unfortunately, in Australia, the requirements for system installation don't require safe solar technologies right now. Unlike in the States, unlike in several countries in Europe and Asia, where that's mandated. Here, that's not the case. But what we're seeing is that a lot of customers are now starting to realise that as systems get bigger, there's high voltages involved. And just general kind of market maturity, I guess people are realizing that safer solar is the way to go. So what we have the benefit of with Enphase is, because we are converting the DC to AC electricity at the panel level. We have a little microinverter sitting on every panel. We're running AC electricity through the whole solar system in the same way that you run AC electricity in your home. Now, intuitively you might go, I've been told I shouldn't touch electricity and it's all dangerous. Well, it's actually a different issue that we're trying to deal with here. So DC electricity, as opposed to AC, is quite dangerous when it comes to fires, right? So DC electricity is a lot more capable of starting a fire, especially when it's at the high voltages, and it also doesn't turn off. So you can switch your power off at the wall, you can switch your switchboard off, but a DC power cable coming out of a solar panel and all the other panels that are connected to it into one big fat DC cable is all still live regardless. So the only way you can effectively de-energize that system is unplugging every single panel individually. So it does mean that a system is more likely, if there's a fault in the cable, that an arc will occur, a fire may start. And then secondly, if a fire has been caused for some other reason on your home, and the first responders need to get up and start trying to put it out on the roof, there's a whole bunch of high voltage DC running across it they can't do anything about. And that's really worrying. Enphase, the system being AC, switch it off at the wall, it's all dead. It's all safe. So I think it's something that customers now, as the market's matured, as there's 3 million plus solar systems in the market, a lot of people are realizing, hang on a minute, this is actually something we need to be concerned about as solar becomes more ubiquitous, 1 in 3 houses, or, in some areas, this just needs to be standard.
Absolutely. I was really surprised when I entered the industry last year. Yeah, just how much, how little rules there were around those, super cheap, and potentially dangerous products, compared to my own cousins and the installations that they've done when they're in the States. But despite this, there's still an impressively large percentage of solar households in Australia that are opting to choose a safer and reliable solution with Enphase. Are you surprised by just how many Australian households have responded to the Enphase's, option of a smarter, safer solution?
No, look, I think it was pretty inevitable. I think as systems have got bigger, people are stopping to think a little bit more about what they're buying, what's important to them. If you look at the way solar was bought 5 years ago, 6 years ago, or even the beginning at sort of maybe 15 years ago, people bought solar as a kind of a block. It was one system, it was 5 or 10 panels, a bit the same way that they'd bought solar hot water systems. You just put it on your roof and forget about it. I think now people are realizing that when systems are up to 20, 30 panels, needs to be more tailor-made, needs to be more designed, and really they need a solution. And safety is one of the factors, a key factor increasingly, that's part of that process of deciding how to install solar in their home.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I mean, I have friends that installed, maybe 10 years ago, and they got, 1.5 kilowatts on their roof. They're now adding to that and upgrading their system. But now the average, I think, is getting closer to 9 kilowatts, on people's roofs. And so it makes sense that, as the scale increases, that you need to be safer to match that and to keep your home safe. So I guess, we've been talking a little bit about the past, but I guess if we look to the future, I hear it's going to be a bit of an exciting year for Enphase. I know you're often bringing out, new products to the market, but I'm hearing some rumors that there might be a battery in the works, and I'm really excited if you could tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, you're right. Look, I mean, Enphase is fundamentally a high-tech company. We're headquartered in Silicon Valley. We're all about doing things a little different and using the best of the best when it comes to software and semiconductors to create great new products. So we're really excited to have a battery product coming out in the second half of this year. I know you guys are going to be involved in some of the beta tests in the next couple of months, so you'll get a taste of how great that product is. So we feel it's really the sort of the missing piece of the puzzle for customers that want to have a full energy solution. It's something our American customers have had the benefit of for over a year now. Our European customers have had it since the end of last year, and Australian customers will have that possibility the second half of this year.
Excellent. That's really exciting. I know for me, I have a low usage profile, so I don't currently have the need for a really large scale, sort of domestic battery. So I have a feeling that that the Enphase battery may be the one that ends up in my garage as I, get ready for electric vehicles and my power usage increasing in that way. So yeah, really excited to see that one hit the market and start getting those out into people's homes.
Yeah,
So I
look,
guess,
we see it as also a key way to enable people to go all electric. Like, we're big advocates of the all electric home. We think that it's inevitable that people are going to be moving away from gas. We've seen that across the board. All the news that's been going on over the last few months, changes to the energy market and what have you. So we know there's a trend to go 100% electric, and having a kind of like an energy shock absorber there in your battery that enables you to choose when you use that electricity you generate from your panels, we think is going to be just table stakes. It'll be the standard thing that everyone has.
absolutely. All right. Well, I guess, yeah, we're excited to see these new products that come forward from Enphase as you continue to stay at the forefront of the industry. And I know here at SolarWay, we've always been proud to stand behind some of the best technology on the market, and Enphase continues to deliver that quality, industry-leading solar technology. So we're really excited to partner with you on your next upcoming product releases. So I know here at SolarWay, we're really proud to stand behind the Enphase products and those microinverters. I still can't believe 75,000 installed. That number just blows my mind. But we know that our customers are going to be able to rely on their Enphase products for years to come, and that's what it's all about. So for those of you watching, if you are ready to discover the impact that Enphase products could have on your power bills combined with some great solar products, then click on the link below or give us a call on 1300 525 451 and have a chat to one of our solar and storage experts today. Thank you, Will, from Enphase Energy, for taking some time out of your busy afternoon to have a chat to us today about all things Enphase and, most importantly, all things safer solar. So we're super excited, like I said, about that 75,000 microinverter milestone. And we will always be happy to talk to anyone about Enphase and why their products equal smarter, safer solar.
Thanks a lot.